All right, well, we're going to lead off with the champion pen of rabbits, fellas, and comes to you from Lauren Hammett. And tell me the auction's on. What am I going to give for them? If I got to tell me what are they going to? If I got to tell me 10 grand, want to be not 10, but better $1,000 bill. If I got to tell me 10 now, 10, but better $1,000 bill, but better 10 now, 12 and a half. 12 and a bit now, 12 and a half, but better 15, 15, but better 15 now, 15 now, 17, 50 now, $2,000 bill, but better 2 now, 2 now, 22 and a half, 22 and a half now, 5 now, 7 and a half. Culture in 7 and a half now, 3 grand, but better 3 now. Edward Jones, you're out 3 grand, 32 and a half, 3 grand, 32 and a half now, 5, 35. 7 and a half, 37,000, 37 and a half now, 4 grand, 42 and a half. Cold trout, 42 and a half, 45, 45 and a bit now, 7 and a half, a bit at a 47.50. Side and strickers out over here, Colt, 47 and a half, 45 and a bit now, 7 and a half, now 5 grand, now 52.50, 5,200 bid now, now 55 and a bit at a 55 where, 52 bid now, 55 and a bit now, 7 and a half, 57.50 now, 6 grand. Pat, you're out, 6 grand now, 2 and a half, 6 grand, 2 and a half. Here we go, 6 grand, a bit at a 2 now, half now. I want to be there. Would 61 help you? 61. Can everybody understand me all right? You're at 6,000. 61. 61 one time. Can everybody hear me all right? 61 one time. 61. You're out. $6,100 bid, but at a 61. Independent Aggies, you've run a strong first for a little while, but you're second now. 6,100 I have. So back here, $6,000. $6,000.
Hello, my name is Lauren Hammett. I'm 11 years old. I live in Ashland, Missouri, and I'm a proud member of Inglewood 4-H. I would just like to say thank you to my parents, thank you to my friends and family, my grandparents, the buyers who support me in everything that I do. At home, I raise rabbits, goats, horses. I raise cattle, dogs, and I even have my own 2 breeding hedgehogs. I am so proud of these rabbits and how far we've gone together. I'm going to miss them, but it's all going to be worth it in the end. I just want to say thank you to all the buyers for all your support and all that you do for all these wonderful people who's going to come up here. So thank you all so much.
You're welcome. All right.
I just want to thank everybody for the support. I'm president of Missouri State Rabbit Producers, and I have been a member for over 30 years. I see all these young kids come through here and show these rabbits, and I see some veterans and some newcomers, and I'm proud to see all these kids working so hard to get these rabbits promoted. So continue the hard work.
All right. All right.
Okay, outstanding. Well, Mike, we got a record on that one. Let's see what we can do on the reserve champion pen of rabbits. They'll be coming in next. They're exhibited by Gunnar Fisher of Verona, Missouri. He's the son of Shane and Devin Fisher. Gunner's a member of the Mount Comfort 4-H Club. His pen of New Zealand black rabbits weighs an average of 5.2 pounds. Welcome, Gunnar, and his reserve champion pen to the ring. Let's give him a hand.
All right. Gunnar, good job. Congratulations. All right, fellas, the auction's on the reserve grand champion pen of rabbits at the 2017 Missouri State Fair. If I got to tell me, what are they going to if I got to tell me 2 grand where? $2,000 bid, but at a 2 now, tap a bid at a 500. Let's get it going. If I got to tell me $500 bid, but at a 6, 7, 7 a bid now, $800 bid, but at an 8, 8 where? 800 now, Ag Power. Where's Ag Power now? 9. 9 bid now, 9 bid at a 9. Now $1,000 bid, but at a 10 now, 10, 10, 11. $11 bid, but at 11 now, try bid at a 12, 13, 14. 14 bid at a 14, Colt right there, 14, Steve's out, 14, 15, 15 minute to 15, 16 where, 15 minute to 15, $1,600 bid, but at a 16, 16 where, 60, yes, 16 now, 17, 17 minute to 17, Colt, Steve's out, 17 minute to 17, minute to 18, but I got Ag Power in, 18, 19, now 2, now 10, but at a 2 grand, but at a 221, 21. 1 bid at a 21 where, yes, 1 now 2, 22 at a bid now 2, 22 at a bid now 2, out 2, now 3, now 4, yes, 4, now 5, 24 bid now 2, 5 bid at a 4 bid, so there's no confusion. I'm with Colton Williams right over here on the right at 2,400. You got to be 25 where? 2,400 bid now, 5 bid at a 4 bid 5, 2,400 bid now, 5 bid at all in, all done. Here we go. 2,400 bid now, 5 bid at a 5. Sold. On your way, Colton. 2,400 right there. Ribis. Yep. Isn't that Steve? Yep. Steve got her 2,400.
I want to thank everyone for coming in today. I'm very thankful for all my buyers and for the amount of hometown support today. I want to say a special thank you to my grandma Lisa and my great grandpa for always taking me to shows and helping me out.
All right.
Well, Gunter, on the behalf of Ribus and everybody from the Youth and Ag Committee, we want to say congratulations again, because last year you had the Reserve Grand Champion Pinna Rabbit. I was fortunate enough to buy it last year, so we kind of got a repeat relationship going here. So I'm kind of glad you didn't have the Grand Champion steer, because I hear it's going for a whole lot more money. So get the folks sitting next to me to contribute on this. But again, thank you to everyone. And we're happy to participate because it's all about the youth, and you guys are the future for agriculture. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Okay, next in the ring, we have lot number 3 of your grand champion, Pen of Chickens, exhibited by Hannah Bruce from Princeton. She's the daughter of Brad and Pam Bruce. Hannah's a member of the Moss Rangers 4-H Club. Her Pen of Chickens weighs an average of 6.8 pounds each. Please welcome Hannah and her grand champion, Pen of Birds, to the ring. Give her a hand.
All right, Hannah, good job. We're ready for the grand champion Pen of Chickens. And tell me, here we got to tell me the auction's on. What do I want to get for them? Here we got to tell me $5,000 where? Here we got to $5 now, $1,000 bill. Here we got to tell me 10, $1,000 now, 12 and a half. Then bid 12 and a half, $12, 50, 15, $15. I got geese in 15, 17, 50, 17, 50, now 2. Now take $2, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half. State Fair concessionaires, you're out. 22 and a half, now 5, now 7 and a half. 27 a bid, now 7. Yes, 7 and a half, now $3,000. $3,000, 30, 10, 2 and a half, 3, 33, 4. 34 cold trout, 34 ADM's out, 34, yes, 5 now 6, 30's a get a bid now 7, now 8, 38 geese, you're out, 38 got to be 8, yes, 8 now 9, 39, 9 now $4,000, $4,000, now 1, $4,000, 41, 1, anybody else 41, $4,000, Colton, your whole section's out, $4,000, 41, $4,000, 41, 1, anybody else 41, 41 and a bid now 1, 41 one time, yes, sir, Pat, you carry the mail. $4,000, 41 one time. I sold on the left, $4,000. $4,000 right up there. You betcha.
I would like to thank my buyer, and I would like to thank my hometown supporters, the Missouri State Fair, Youth and Agriculture, Wayne Yoakley, the fair superintendents, Tony Perryman and Dave Rugen. Thanks to my mom, dad, and sister for always pushing me to be the best I can, and thanks to God for all my blessings and making it possible to be a youth involved in agriculture today. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to say congratulations, Hannah, on these beautiful ladies. I can promise all of you, you will not be seeing them at Dairy Queen. The FDA will have a cow. But this is just one stepping stone in life. You know, continue to battle. This is a great accomplishment. And remember, the sky is the limit. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming.
Reserve champion, Pen of Chickens, exhibited by Lillian Bowie of Marshall. She's the daughter of Dan and Rebecca Bowie. Lillian is a member of the Work to Win 4-H Club. Her Pen of Chickens weighs an average of 6.25 pounds. Welcome Lillian and the reserve champion, Pen of Birds, to the ring. Let's give her a hand.
All right, Lillian, we're ready to get underway on the reserve grand champion Pen of Chickens. Here, we're going to tell me what are they going to have? Here, we're going to tell me $4,000 where? $500. I'll start there. 5, 600 where? You're going to bid yes, 600 now 7. 7 of ADM's out 7 now 8, 800, 800 now 9. 8 of bid now 9, $9,000 10 now 10, 10 independent Aggies you're out 11 now 12. Now 12 of bid now 13 where? $1,300 bid 13. Yes, 13, 14, 14. 14, 14, 15. No, Pat, I got Pat in. He's at 1,500. You got to be 16. 16, Ribas. 16, 17 where? 18, 70. Colts in at 16, 17 where? 17, 17, 18, 18 where? 18, 8, Colts are out. 18, 19, now 2. 90, but now 10, 2, 20. Pat, you got to be 21. 21. I've got 2 over here. You got to be 21. 21 one time. Yes, 1 now 2. 21 and a bid now tap up at a 22. Where? 21 and a bid now tap up at a 22. Here we go. 22 and a bid now tap up at a 22. Concessionaires are out. Ag Power's out. And Ribas is out. 21, 22 where I have sold $2,100 bill. $2,100 on your reserve champions.
First of all, I'd like to thank my buyer for buying my reserve grand champion Pen of Chickens. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here and supporting all the youth and especially me. Next off, I'd like to thank my parents for everything that they've done for me, and I'd like to thank my brother and sister.
Thank the chickens.
My sister couldn't be here today because she has, but I really wish she could be here, and I thank her for everything that she's done, especially my brother. Thank you.
I think she's got a future in politics, that young lady. Congratulations, Lillian. Our firm is happy to be a supporter of your project, and the whole Youth and Ag Committee, we appreciate their efforts. So congratulations, and I think you do have a bright future.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next coming in the ring will be lot number 5, Grand Champion Weather Meat Goat, exhibited by Briley Williams of Princeton, the second Princeton winner we've had in the ring today. She's the daughter of Brian and Joni Williams. Briley is a member of the Mid-River 4-H Club. Her weather goat weighs 80 pounds. Welcome, Briley and her Grand Champion Meat Goat to the ring. Give them a hand.
Yep. Now, you all will notice in your catalog that Briley is kind of a double winner. And hats off to you, Briley. I've always thought that if you deserved them both, you needed to get them both, and she did it. Part of Briley's family is here, and they wish to open up the bidding today. They've donated in hometown support and such, but the Helen Williams Memorial from Oklahoma is right over here. Where would you like to start the bidding at? $2,000. I'll start there. $2,000, 2,500. Where? $2,000. I'm at a 25. I'm at a 2.5. Did ya? 20. Yes, 2.5. Now 5. 7.5. 27.5. Now $3,000. Where? $3,000. 32.5. 32.5. Wheeler, you're out. 32.5. 35. 7.5. 37.5. Colt, you're in. Now $4,000. $4,000. I'm at an Ag Power. Where's Side and Stricker at? There's nothing I'd like better than to get Side and Stricker, John Deere, and Ag Power voting against one another. Yeah, boy. Here we go. Well, I can tell you this. Side and Stricker's in the lead. Ag Power, you're out. I mean, Ag Power's in the lead. Side and Stricker, you're out. Here we go. Tell me, what are they going to... What have you got? Right here. At 4,000? Yes. 42.5. 45, 7.5, 7.5, $5,000. Colts in. 47 at $5,000, 52.5, 52.5, 55. I'm at a 5 where? 55 at a bid now, 7.5 now, $6,000. $6,000, I'm at a $6,000. Edward Jones, where you at? $6,000, 2.5. $6,000, I'm at a 62.50. Now 5, 65, 7.5, $7,000. $7,000, 72.5, 75. 75 at a bid now, 7.5. 77.50, $8,000. Oh! Hey, guys, make no mistake about it. I took $8,000 right here. You can be 82.5. $8,000, 82.5. Where? 82. I've got Wheeler in over here at 8,000. 81. Who'd have thought of that? Now 2. Thought you was on my side. 81, 82. Colt, give me 2. 82 would have been now 2. Tell Wheeler he's out. 82. 82 would have been now. Tap up at an 82. Yes, 2. Now 3. 83. 83. Let me guess. Whoa. Whoa. 82.5. Well, you're chewing your tobacco mighty thin over there. 82.5. Who'd give me $9,000? 82.5, $9,000. I see who's in the lead. And it's no wonder. I actually have an Edward Jones account. We don't want to hear about it. Well, there's good news and there's bad news, you know. Every time he wants me to do something, Mike, have you got 5,000 you can put in there? Which I usually don't. But every time I want something there, he goes, well, I got another 50 for you. I got another 50 for you. 82.5 is right down there. Who'll give me 8,500? 82.5, 85. 85 at a bid now. Pop up at an 85 one time. Anybody else? Sold right down there. 82.50. Thank you. 8,250.
First off, I'd like to just thank my hometown support, my buyer, and the Youth and Ag Committee. Next, I'd like to thank Cody Sloan, Ryan Page, and Team Sloan Livestock. Next, next, I'd like to thank my mom and dad, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. Next, I'd like to thank Peyton Dahmer and Tyler Jenkins for helping me show my goats and show day.
What about Grandma Judy?
Yeah. This goat has always, he's a deal. He's kind of got a mind of his own. At first it was, we would get in fights every day. And it took a lot for me to want to go to his pen and get him out and just working, because I really just wanted to kill him, if you want to know the truth. And we worked every day, even when I didn't want to. Dad was like, yep, you got to work him, because the more you work him, the better he gets. So I was like, all right, Dad, okay, guess I'll do it. So he's doing good. We get to the state fair, and he has a tantrum right in the middle of the ring, and I'm just like, awesome, Cash, thank you for this. But he did all right. He got his mind together, and he did pretty good for me. So I would just like to thank everybody for coming out today, and yeah, thank you.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. I know how all the hard work, but still, I just mentioned to her, I said, you've gone through all these people. What about Grandma Judy in this whole thing? She's kind of important in this also, wouldn't you agree? The thing of it is that Edward Jones, you see all the list of all those individuals that have contributed money. And if you know any of those individuals, go in and say thank you to them. We've been raising funds for this for the last 25 years, and gosh, how better a way can you do but support your own? Charity's a wonderful thing, but it needs to start at home, and we're just proud as heck to be able to do the things we do at Edward Jones, because it truly is an important situation. I just make one more comment as exhibitors in the show, and also moms and dads and grandpas and grandmas. Man, suck this in while you're here. This is one of the most incredible feelings you'll ever have. And appreciate it while it's here, because one of these days, you're not going to have any kiddos in this thing, because they all got a little bit older. And man, give them a hug and say thank you, because the memories are so very important. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Now, Bailey doesn't have to go too far. She just kind of got to switch goats here in midstream and come back with the reserve champion goat. Kind of a unique occurrence, but she's back in here today. Her goat weighs 96 pounds, and welcome Bailey back to the ring with the reserve champion Weather Meat goat. Give her a hand.
Yep. And I tell you what, we started off so nicely with the Helen Williams Memorial from Oklahoma, Colcord, Oklahoma. Where do you think we should start this one at? 1,500. I'll do her. We've got 1,500 right there, 17 and a half. 1,500, 17 and a half, 2. 2, then about 2, now tap a bit of 2 where? 2, then about 2, 22 and a half, 5. 25 at a bit now, 5 a bit of Sigma Alpha's in, 25, 7 and a half. 27 and a half, a bit of 7 and a half, now 3. 3 game, a bit of 3 grand, 32 and a half. Colts in over here, 32 and a half. He's got Wheeler in, 32 and a half, 5. 35, 7 and a half. Got to be 7 and a half. 4 grand. More than a bit of 4 grand. A bit of 4 grand. Where? 37 and a half. A bit of 4 grand. A bit of 4 grand. 4, 8. Now 9, I should have guessed. 39, 38, 39, a bit of 9, 39. Yes, 9, now 4 grand. 41. 41 and a bit now, tap a bit of 42. Kyle, here we go. 42 and a bit now, tap a bit of 42. Where? Sigma Alpha's in a lead. 42. 40 Independent Aggies now 3, now 4. 44, 45. 45 and a bit now, 5 a bit of Cold Trout. 45 and a bit now, 5 a bit of Tail Wheeler. He's out. 45, 6, 47. Y'all come right together. I put you at 6, you at 7, you at 8. 48, a bit of an 8 where? 48, a bit now, a bit of Edward Jones is out. 8, now 9. 48, now 49, a bit of the 5 grand where? I think a bit of the 49, 5. 49, now 5, and a bit of the 49, a bit of the Sigma Alpha's in right over here at 49. Want to be 5. 5 grand, 51. 51 and a bit now, 1, a bit of the 1, 2. KMZU, do you want to bid? 51, 52. KMZU, do you want to bid? Yes, 2, now 3. 53. They didn't really bid. It wasn't KMZU, but they're thinking about it. Hey, they did buy a champion steer one year. 53, 54, now 5. 55, 54, 5, now 6. 56 would have been now 6 where? 56 would have been now 55 would have been now. So there's no confusion. I'm straight out here with Jay Purchase at 5,500, 5,600 where? 55 would have been now, sample bit of the 56, here we go. 56 one time I sold your way $5,500 bill, 5,500.
Once again, I would like to thank my buyer, my hometown support, and the Youth and Ag Committee. Next, I'd like to thank Trent and Evan Kimker for all they have done for me throughout the years. They actually helped me find this goat, and they've helped me along the way throughout the summer. Next, I'd like to thank Kevin Mock and Mock Livestock for raising this goat. The last 2 weeks have been an amazing experience. You know, exhibitors all over the state dream of being in this ring, and you know, they dream of having one, let alone two. So it's been amazing, and I would just like to thank everyone that has helped me. One thing that I'd like to tell all exhibitors that haven't made it here yet is don't stop chasing your dreams, because you never know when it's going to happen. Sorry. In closing, I would like to thank everyone that has helped me along the way, not only these past 2 weeks, for my whole showing career. And just thank you so much. I would like to thank everyone from my hometown and everyone that has come out today to support me. Thank you.
Sigma Alpha is just so proud and excited to be able to donate towards this young woman's success. Sigma Alpha sponsors and promotes young women's involvement in the ag industry, and we hope that our support and donation can help encourage her industry involvement and future education in the ag industry. So congrats again. Yeah.
Okay, next coming in the ring will be our grand champion, Market Lamb. This year is exhibited by Adam Thompson of Maryville. He's the son of Tammy Thompson and Sean Varner. And Tim Thompson and Diane Scott. He's the member of the Northwest Tech FFA chapter. His crossbred Market Lamb weighs in at 126 pounds. Welcome Adam and his grand champion Lamb into the ring, and the auction's on.
All right now. All right, here we go. This is a grand champion, Lamb and Adam. Here we go. If I gotta tell me what are they gonna have one about that? I don't know, guys. 25 grand where? 25 champion Lamb. Here we gotta tell me. I thought you ought to get their sights up a little bit. 2 grand, 25 where? 25 would have been now 3 grand, 3 grand, 35. 35 would have been now 4 grand, 4 grand, 5. Wheeler out 45, 5 grand, 5,500 where? 55 would have been now 55. I know 5 grand, 55, 55, 6 grand, now 5. 65 would have been now 65. Your champion 65, 7 grand, 7 grand ag power, now 8 grand where? 8 grand, 8 grand, 85, now 9. 9 grand, 9, Mike, you're in 9 grand, 9,500. So, hey, Colt, now you just broke the tie. I've got 9,500 with the State Fair concessionaire, 95, 10. You're back, oh, you got ag power? Who's in the lead? At 9,500, 10 grand, Mike, you're out. 10-5, 10-5 where? 10-5, 11, 11-5. Chaz Wheeler's out over here, Colton. 11-5, 12. 12 grand, a bit of 12-5, a bit of 13 where? 13-5. 13-5, a bit now 14 where? 14-5, a bit of 14-5, 15. 15 grand, 15-5. $16,000, now $17,000, $18,000, 19 where? 18, a bit of 18, 19. Hey, sir? Sir? Are you trying to bid? Okay. Well, I think he was trying to figure out where he was going to get the other $17,952. Yeah. Yeah, he was getting a little sickness in the pit of his stomach. I could see it coming. All right, now what have you got? 18,000, 18,500, 19,500, now 20 grand. 20 grand, 20 grand. 20 grand 5. I'll do it. 20 grand 5. 20 grand 5. 21. 21. 21 2.5. 21 5. 21.5 where? I got him at 21. 21.5. 21 now, 5 up into 21.5. 21. Pat? I'm going to give you a ringman lesson before this is over with. 21.1, 21.2. 21.2. Ha. I've got Wheeler in right over there. 21.2. 21.3. Now 4. Oh, 2.5. 21, 2.5, 21.3. 21, 2.5, 21.3. 21. Hey, Chaz, I got a question for you. I can lighten the load for both of you if you want a partner. You've now got a partner. If anybody else wants to bid more, you're welcome to. But I've got 21,250 right there with the Missouri State Fair concessionaires. And Chaz Wheeler, you want to be 22. 22 where? 22 where? Here we go. I thought the partnership, sir, you sure? Sold right there, 21,250. 21, 2.5. My.
First off, I'd like to thank my buyers. I'd like to thank everybody at home.
Speak up.
I'd like to thank everybody that showed up today. My mom, my dad, Sean.
Put your mic closer to your mouth. Speak that so they can hear you. Yeah, put that mic right up on the mouth.
I'd like to thank my brother for all the help this summer. Bryce. I'd like to thank Sean Varner, my girlfriend Jenny, Allison.
If I just sold a goat or a lamb, for 21,250, I probably would have a little lump in my throat as well. Yeah.
Indeed. Congratulations to our young exhibitor, and thank you to Wheeler Auction Service for partnering up with us. On behalf of Courtney Fry, the Missouri State Fair concessions manager, and our concessionaires, some 15 of them, I believe, kicked in on the effort to pool our funds and demonstrate that although they're back in their place of business today, big crowd on the grounds, they're very proud to be part of this commitment to youth and agriculture. And again, congratulations to our young exhibitor. Beautiful animal. Thank you.
Okay, next in lot number 8, Reserve Champion Market Lamb, exhibited by John Schenkel of Maryville. John is the son of John and Bev Schenkel. John is a member of the Northwest Tech FFA chapter. Crossbred Market Lamb weighs 121. Again, welcome John and his lamb to the ring. Let's give John a hand. He's in there.
All right, we're ready now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Reserve Champion Lamb. John, by golly, masterful job. And tell me, if I could tell me what are they going to have the auctions on, boys, on your Reserve Grand Lamb? If I could tell me what are they going to have, if I could tell me 20 grand where? 20 grand, 20 grand, 2 grand, let's get it going. 2 grand, 22.5, 5. 25 at a bid now, 7.5, 3 grand, 35. 35 at a bid now, 4 grand, 45. Independent Aggies is in. 45, 5 grand, 55 where? 55 at a bid now, 55. Ribus, you're out, 6 grand, 65. 65 at a bid now, 7 grand, 75. 75 at a bid now, 8 grand where? 8 grand, a bid at an 8 grand, 85, a bid at 85, a bid at a 5, now 5. 85 at a bid now, 9 grand, 95, a bid at a 95. Oh. You got Independent Aggies, that who are you at? 95, 10 grand. And then a little bit of 10 grand, a bit of 10 grand, 10, 5. 10, 5 at a bit now. I got a little, shoot a little buckshot. 12 grand, Colt. 12 grand. 12 grand. Yes, 12 grand. 11, 12, 13, 14. 40 a bit at a $14,000 bill. 14, 15. 50 a bit. Who you got? 15, 15, 5. 16, 5. 16, 5, Ag Powers inside and triggers out. 16, 5 at a bid now, 17, 5. 17, 5 a bid at a 5 where? 17, 5, Mike just now bid, boys, 75, 18. And I was looking right at him, Mike Riley's in, 18, now 5. 18, 5 at a bid now, 5 a bid at a, now bid 19 grand. 19 grand. Colton, your section's out. 19 where? I got 18. 5 a bid with Mike Riley. 19. 18 5 at a bid now. 19 now 5. 19 5. Hey, whoa. Hey, Colt. I was looking right over there at 19.5. Got to be 20 grand. 19.5 at a bid now, 20 grand. 19.5, I'm looking at the Independent Aggies. Now, I don't know where you all are looking, but I'm at the Independent Aggies at 19.5. 20 grand where? 20 grand, I'm at a 20 grand, I'm at a 19.5, 20 grand. 19.5 at a bid now, 20 grand. Here we go. Hey, Colt, got to be 20 grand. 19.5, 20 grand die. Said no. Sold. 19.5 right there. 19. Nope, pulled the trigger. 19.5. 19.5.
All right, well, I'd like to start by thanking these guys for buying my lamb and all my hometown support that I got. I'd like to thank my family for all their support over the years. And I'd like to thank my girlfriend for helping me out in the summer in the barn. She stuck with me in some late nights and some early mornings, so I'd like to thank her for that. I'd like to thank Allen Show Lambs and Schedule Club Lambs for raising my lamb. I like to talk about him a little bit, I guess. His name's Melvin, and every lamb I've showed lambs for 4 years. Seems like he'd walk in the pen and they just run to the other end, but this guy, ever since he was a baby, the first day I got him, he just comes right up to you and just starts chewing on your leg pant, just wanting all the attention he can get. It's kind of a little baby, but I don't know, I can't think of any other animal I'd rather kind of spend my last year showing or working with all summer, so I'd like to thank him for that, I guess. But other than that, I guess thank you to all of you guys for showing up and supporting all of us today and the Youth and Agriculture program, and I guess that's about it. So thank you.
Well, I want to start off by thanking John. Really appreciate it. I told you I was going to put my hand up today, didn't I? Just want to thank him for bringing his lamb out, the committee for setting this up, all the other donors, all the other exhibitors. Most of us here and a lot of our members are, we showed growing up too, so we know the importance of this. So just a big thank you to everybody involved, and thank you again, John.
Our lot number 9 will be the Grand Champion Barrow, exhibited by Royce Laffey of Maryville. He's the son of John and Kendra Laffey. Royce is a member of the Maryville Saddle 4-H Club. His crossbred barrel weighs in at 275 pounds.
All right, Royce, by golly, congratulations. How many barrows exhibited? Does anybody know the number? 860? 800 and some barrows in the junior show. All right, 800 plus barrows in the junior show. This is your grand champion, fellas, and let's bid on him a while. Here we go to tell me what are they thinking now? What about here we go to tell me 30 grand where? 30,000, that'll be about a 30 grand, about a 20 grand. Anybody hear me better there? Here we go to tell me 20 grand, about a 5 grand, 25, about a 5, 3 grand, 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand where? I think the ADM's out, 5 grand, 55, 6 grand, 6 grand, 7 grand, 8 grand, 8, about an 8 grand, 9 grand, 9 grand, about a 9 grand, 10 grand, 10 now 11. 11 grand, about 11, now 12. 12 grand, about 11, now type about 12, 13. Hey, guys, Jay purchases in at 13 right out here. 13, 14, 13, 5, I'll do it. 13, 5 at a bid, now 14. 14, about a 14, 5. 14, 5, about a 5, now 15. 15, that little bit, about a 15, where? So there's no confusion. I'm looking right up here. I'm looking right up there at 15 grand at BTC Bank. 15.5, now 16. 16 grand where? Now 16.5. 16.5 at a bid, now Sag Powers in 17. Chaz Wheeler, you're out, now 18.5. 18.5 at a bid, now 19.5. 20 grand. 20,000 little bit, 20 grand, 20 grand, 5. 21, 21, 5. 21 on a bid, now 5 a bid at a 21, 5. 21 on a bid, now 5 a bid at a 21. Colts in. No, sir. I got Chaz Wheeler in at 21.5, 22, 20, now 2.5, now 3, $23,000 bill. Here we go to dummy 23, but at a 3.5, now 4, 24, then 4, now 4.5. I've got 24.5, 25. Pat, you're out. I got 24.5 right up there with BTC Bank. 20, now 25.5. The littlest bidder of the day just bid $25,500. 25.5, and I'll tell you what, he can write the check. 25.5, 26 where? 25.5 at a bid, now 6. Side Tricker, you're out. Ag Power, you're out. 25.5 is right there. 26 where? $26,000 bid to 25.5 bid to 26. Here we go. Sold right there. $25,500. 25.5.
I am Royce Laffey. I am 11 years old and I'm from Maryville, Missouri. I would like to thank my buyer, BTC Bank. I would like to thank all my hometown supporters. It made me feel good to have people call with donations for the Sale of Champions. I would like to thank all my friends in the barn that congratulated me and helped me out. I would also like to thank Team Sloan for supporting me and giving me the guidance and coaching needed to drive Hope to the winner's circle. I would like to thank Jesse Birkenholtz and the Sunglow team for helping me feed Hope to the pig he is today. Last but not least, I would like to thank my parents and my sister for the support, the guidance, and allowing me to show. I picked Hulk out as a baby because I saw something great. Throughout the summer, we have been together a lot, from the 2-mile walks in the early mornings and late nights to the time playing in the yard. Hulk has been a good friend and I'll never forget him. Showing pigs has taught me a lot about being a leader and teaching me responsibility. The swine barn at the state fair is a great environment and family fun experience. J.R. Reed does a great job of managing the barn and makes it a fun experience. Thanks, J.R. Lastly, with my sale money, I plan to give back 10% of what I receive to the Foundation for Swine Barn Improvements. I look forward to helping make the swine barn even greater for the future. Thanks again for everyone involved for your support.
Royce, on behalf of BTC Bank, congratulations. And I think the future of agriculture is pretty good if we've got young men and young ladies like this. Don't you agree?
Yep.
The Jerry Litton Family Foundation thanks BTC for allowing us to partner with them on this hog. We want to congratulate Royce and thank him for that generous donation to the Missouri State Fair Foundation. We also want to really thank and show our appreciation to the Youth and Ag Committee for all they do to serve our youth in rural Missouri. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay, lot number 10. Next pig in the ring is a reserve champion barrow, exhibited by Mackenzie Mawson of Archie, daughter of Rodney and Kay Mawson. Mackenzie is a member of the Archie FFA chapter. Crossbred barrow weighs in 276 pounds. Welcome, Mackenzie, and a reserve champion barrow to the ring.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The reserve champion at the 17 Missouri State Fair in Whatabara. Here we go to tell me what are they going to have one about? Here we go to tell me 25 grand. Only fighting the bit of 20 grand, bit of 10 grand. You like her there. Here we go to tell me 10 grand, bit of 25, 25, 3 grand, 35, 4 grand, bit of 45, 5. 45 would have been now 5 grand, 55. 55 would have been tell Jorge's out. 55, 6 grand, 65, 7 grand, 8 grand, 9 grand. 9 grand where Team Sloan's out. 9 grand, 9 grand, 9 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand, 11 grand, 11, 12 grand. Who said yes? 12 grand, 13 grand, 13, 14, 14 that little bit, 14, 15 cold trout, 15, $16,000 bill. If you're gonna dump me 15, 16, 17, a bit of an 18 where 7 J per 18, 19, now 19, now 20 grand. Who thinks you're in the lead? That is correct. 19, now you're not. I've got 20 grand back here with Team Sloan. 21, 21 where? 21 where? 21, now 22. 21,000, 22 where? 22, 21, 22. 21 and a bit now. Well, yeah, who would have thought of that? Who would have thought of that kind of number? 21,750. Yeah. Logically, I would have thought of 21,250. But Pat has not been a bit logical all day. I'll do it. 21.5, 22,750. 22,750. Anybody want to do that? 22, 21,750, 22. 22 to bid now, tap a bit of 22 where? Hey, Pearl, does the photography business want to participate any? 22, 21,750, 22. 22 to bid now to well, 21,750 is going to win her right down there. 21,750. You betcha. Is that Team Sloan?
First of all, I would like to thank my buyers. Without your support, this wouldn't be possible. I would like to thank everybody here. This is truly the greatest experience. I've never worked so hard in my life for something. I would like to thank Team Sloan for raising this fair. You guys are awesome, and without you, this wouldn't be possible. And I would like to say thank you to my mom and dad. I have the best parents in the world, and without you guys, none of this would be possible. I love you guys. I would like to say thank you to Nick and Callie and Stetson. You guys are an amazing little family. I would never have made it through this without you. Callie, you pushed me to be the best I could be. Nick, you are the best brother-in-law anyone could ask for, and thank you for always being hard on me when I need it. And thank you, Stetson, for being the best little feed mixer there is. I bet Noah's Hawk gets to play in the sand and with tractors while they're waiting to get their baths. I love you, buddy. I would also like to thank my grandparents for being my biggest supporters and helping me whenever I need it. My family and I are so blessed to have so many friends. I love all of you, and their friendship will last a lifetime. The Pig Barn families are truly the best. And finally, I would like to say thank you to all the exhibitors here today. Push yourself and work hard and never get up. If you work hard, anything is possible. Enjoy your time, it goes fast. Thank you.
Well, no doubt, certainly hard not to get choked up over that. And congratulations to all the exhibitors here. And hopefully you guys remember this experience, because you never know certainly when it'll happen again or if it'll happen again. Max, certainly it's evident your passion, hard work, and determination certainly paid off this week. And as a member of Team Showtech and ADM, we couldn't be more proud to have you as a team member. Again, congratulations to everyone involved. Hats off to you. You certainly have a bright future.
I told Kaylee I'd follow her. I didn't realize she was going to sound so good on the mic, so have to tone it back here just a notch to listen to me, because I'm just not the best public speaker. But congratulations to all the exhibitors that are here. This is an absolute Class A event. From the time you walk into the door, everything that this event does, and the staff and the committee that puts this on is absolutely incredible. I was fortunate enough to come through this ring a few times when I was showing, and I said it, just much like these exhibitors did today. This is why you wake up early in the morning, and this is why you don't go to bed very early at night, because this is your dream to get in this ring right here. And I know a lot of people sitting around ringside, maybe we think we blow this a little bit out of proportion, but this is no different than a sport for anybody else, or for these kids. This is what they live and breathe, and they love doing it, and they have a strong passion for it. And for us to be able to come back and give back to this, it's very, very rewarding. So I hadn't been here for a few years, and just because the guilt show's usually going on, and the minute I walked in that door, chills went up my back instantly, because I think this is an absolutely incredible event that gets these kids fired up. So thanks to all the sponsors, besides us. Thanks to the committee that puts all this on. And again, congratulations to all you young exhibitors.
Coming in the ring next will be lot number 11. Will be the Grand Champion Steer. This year's Grand Champion Steer is exhibited by Caitlin Gillum of Unionville, daughter of Brad Gillum and Lori O'Reilly. Caitlin is a member of the Putnam County FFA chapter. Her crossbred steer weighs in at 1,355 pounds. Put your hands together and welcome Caitlin, her Grand Champion steer.
All right, Caitlin Gillum and the Grand Champion steer to 2017 Missouri State Fair. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bid on him a while. Here we go. Tell me what are they going to 30,000 where? $30,000, 30 grand, $5 grand, $5 grand. Let's get it going. Here we go. Tell me $5 grand, $6 grand, 75. 75 is right there with Jorge. 8 grand, 85. 85 at a bid now. 9 grand, 95. 95 at a bid now. 10 grand. Colt got to be 10. 10. Got to be 10. 10 now 11, now 12. 12 on the baby, 12, 13, 13. Chaz Wheeler's out at 13, 14. Patrick, 14 on the Ag Powers, 14, 15 grand Jorge, 15, 16 grand Ware, 16 grand 16 grand 17. Edward Jones, 18, 18 grand 8. Colts out, 18, 19, now 20 grand, 20 grand, yes, 20 grand 21, 21 on a bid now 22 Ware, 22. Edward Jones is 22, 23, 22 at a bid now 3, 4, 23 at a bid now 4, who said yes, 4 now 5, 25 at a bid now 6, BT Bank, you went back in, 26, 27, 27 grand, a bid at 27 Ware, 26 at a bid now 27 Ware, 6-5, now 7, 27, 26-5, 27 Ware, Pat, you're out, 27, 27, whoop, whoop, whoop. Colton gives me 27.5, 28 grand, 28 Ag Power, you're out. Jorge, you're out too, 28.5, now 9, 28.5 at a bid, now 9. Guys, I've got about 5 of you thinking you're in, but make no mistake about it, I'm right up there in that yellow shirt. 28.5, 29 grand, 28.5 at a bid, now 29 Where? Steve Pierce, you got back in, 28.5 at a bid. When'd you start getting so weak? 28.5, 29, 28.5 at a bid, now 9, here we go. You see, if you independent Aggies had gone to group with the rest of those ag groups, and been the leader, you'd have enough money to buy the champion steer. 28.5, 29 Where? 28.5 at a bid, now 9. Here we go. Sold right up there, 28,500. Jorge, you betcha. Thank you, Gesa USA.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank my buyer. When you are born and raised in the show barn, your dream to win the Missouri State Fair starts early. For me, that happened last Tuesday. Many emotions flooded over me: excitement, happiness, pride, first and foremost, but also a little bit of sadness knowing my successful drive with my steer Fargo would soon be coming to an end. There are many people who helped me get to this ring today. I first need to thank my brother, Michael. He was up at 5 a.m. with me most mornings and spent numerous hours helping, giving advice, and driving us to shows. A special thanks to my family, Jay Campbell, Tyler McVeigh, Stetson Wiss, and everyone at Goretzka Show Steers, and my hometown supporters for always pushing me to work hard. Lastly, a huge thank you to the Missouri State Fair Board and to all of you here today. Your support and generosity allow all of us to keep doing what we love and spreading our love for agriculture. As I leave tonight to return to college at Oklahoma State University, the memory of this year's fair and show season will be one I'll never forget. It's safe to say I'll always be proud to come home. Thank you.
First off, congratulations, Caitlin. This is a beautiful animal. Everybody loves a good piece of steak. And I would like to invite and thank everybody here today, and I would like to encourage you to also reach out to all your family and friends and support this organization. If you guys get a chance, share it on Facebook, make a phone call, and make sure that next year your family and friends can also be part of this so we can continue to support the youth and the agriculture industry in this country. Thank you all.
Looks like we're close to getting the next one coming into the ring here. It'll be lot number 12. Be our reserve champion steer, exhibited by Cole Murphy of Houstonia, son of Brent and Deetta Murphy. Certainly no strangers to this arena. Cole's a member of the Kennedy 4-H Club. Crossbred steer weighs 1,315 pounds. Welcome Cole and the reserve champion steer to the ring.
All right, Cole. Hey, thank you very much. Nice job. We've got one more item. Once this reserve champion steer is done, we'll have one more item, and that'll be the belt buckle. So stick around for that, and we do have a few minor announcements, but I'll tell you what, Cole, let's bid on your steer a while. Here we're going to tell me reserve champion. Here we're going to tell me what are they going to have, what about 20 grand where? Only $20 grand, but 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. 10 grand, but what'd you get? 2 grand, but 2 grand, 2 grand, 23, oh my. 2 grand, 3, 4, Edward Jones, 4, 5. 25 at a bid now, 6, 7, 27, 8. Here we're going to tell me what they, let's do 3 grand, 30, 5, 4 grand, 45. 5 grand, 55. 55 at a bid now, 6 grand, 65. 65 at a bid now, 7 grand, Ag Power, 8 grand, 9. 9 grand, but at 10 grand, Jay, you're out. 10 grand, gotta be 10. 11 grand, but at 11 grand, where? 10 grand, but at Colt, you're out to 11, now 12, 13 grand. 13, but at 13, 14, where? 40, but at 14, but at 15, 15, 16. 16, but at 17, 18, 19, now 20 grand. 20 grand, Mike's in, 20 grand, 21. 21 on a bid now, 21, 22. Oh, did anybody ever happen to ask Cole's mom how many years ago she was in the Sale of Champions? 1990 and 1991. Yep, that's a long time ago, Dieta. Here we go. Long time ago, but she was in the Sale of Champion. All right, it's good to be back here, isn't it? Here we go. What have you got? Colton, 20 grand, 21. 20 grand, but at 21, now 22, 23. 23 grand, but at 24. 23 grand, 24. I'll take 23.5, Jay, you're out. 23.5. 23 had a bid now, 5, now 24. Now 24, oh, you got to be 24. 24 at Edward Jones, 24, 24.5. 24 would have been now 5 up at a 24.5. 24.5 up at a 24 grand, 24.5. Did you get to sell your steer? What did he bring? How much? 10,000? Well, I'm not doing as good as I thought I did. Yeah, I thought somebody told me he only brought 4,000. He brought 10,000. But I've got 24 grand right now, 25 grand, or 24.5. 24 would have been now 24.5. Where are you at? 24 would have been now 24.5. Anybody else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. 24.5 one time. Sold right down there, $24,000 right down there, 24 grand.
Hello. My name is Cole Murphy. I'm 14 years old, and I'm a member of the Kennedy 4-H Club in Saline County. First off, I'd like to thank the buyers for purchasing Bandit. He's been a really good steer. He was really gentle at the early shows, and then we got here to the state fair, and well, in his class, he got away. And so I didn't really know how that was going to be, but it ended up being good. And I remember what the judge said. Right before he went out and he picked the champion and reserve steer, he said, here in just a few moments, I'm going to make a memory for a few young people that's never going to leave them. And that's exactly what he did. I'll never forget the day that the judge came and he picked Bandit reserve champion steer at the 2017 Missouri State Fair. I'd also like to thank my hometown support. It's really comforting to know that as I go back home and I go back to school, I know that there are people in my community that really are here to back me up, and they'll always have my back. I want to thank my mom and my dad, because without them, I don't know where I'd be. And even though sometimes I don't show it, I do love my brother Ty, and I thank him for everything that he does. I'd also like to thank my grandma because, well, she brought me back from football and to school so that I could make it and play last night, even though we lost. It was okay. Thank everyone. Thank you for coming, and hope you have a good rest of the day. Thank you.
I guess I get to speak first. I mean, we're just always so proud to be here, to be able to give back a little bit, because I know every one of us at Edward Jones, the group that we have, every one of them grew up in 4-H and FFA. And it's always a simple answer. If you had to pay back to 4-H and FFA what you've gotten out of it, could you ever afford to pay that bill? And the answer is, of course not. And I also wanted to make one statement to Michael up there. You know, they was talking about the fraternities. The 3 people to put together the Edward Jones group was all from Farmhouse. Just thought I would mention that to you.
I just thought,
I'd bring that up. That that some of us have done some of those things. Just a thought. So, but thank you again. And as I said, always remember the memories, because these are special days, and days like this don't happen every day. And they're ones that are cherished forever, I guarantee you. Special day.
Yeah.
First off, I'd like to thank Edward Jones for allowing us to partner with him. And I know early in this sale, there was something brought up about some legislation that would postpone the start date of school. Now, Cole, I think I heard you missed a day of school to meet the governor this week. And did I hear maybe your younger brother did have to go to school? Well, somebody told me one time that while school's good,
you shouldn't let school get in the way of your education. And I'm sure you learned a lot here this week. So I've learned a lot from your dad, and congratulations.
So first of all here, it takes a lot of work to get this far, and this is a great family here. I've worked as this boy's father many, many, many years ago, and I know how much hard work it takes to get here, to get this far, and this fine young man here. Thanks to the Department of Ag, and thanks to Missouri State Fair and the Youth and Ag Committee that puts these on. My purpose in coming here is to tell you folks that every kid that you see here that's in these programs is another child that's not in trouble on the streets. So I'm sure this boy he's done a great job here. And my purpose in being here today is to congratulate the Youth and Agricultural Committee and Briarwood Farms Quality Angus Sale, March the 18th at Butler, Missouri. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Briarwood Farms, March 18th. Somehow I knew he was going to get that in. Yeah. I don't know what your portion of contribution was, Doc, but I would think, surely hope it would have been $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Just saying. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more item to sell.
We do have, but one thing before we do that, I've been looking at our numbers up here again. We set 5 new records today.
Okay.
And actually, we set 6 new records because the sale total so far is $168,750. Pretty impressive. And you still haven't sold the belt buckle.
All right. Hey, good deal. We're going to offer off the belt buckle. Our queen is exhibiting that. Fellas, this brings our day to a close. I was hoping we'd be done by 3 o'clock, and we're going to be real close to it, but we're going to have to bid on that belt buckle a while. Here we go. Here we go, down me, Jimmy. It all goes into the scholarships, fellas, and the sale of champions, and we're ready to get it going. Here we go, down me. What are they going to $2 grand wear? It's open to the world. It is open to the world. If you didn't get an item and you want a belt buckle, bid on it. If you've got an ag business and you want a belt buckle, bid on it. If you want to donate it to somebody, you can bid on it again. What do you got bid? 100, now 2. 2 and a bid now, tap a bit of 2, 3, 300, 400 where? Oh, and a bid now, $500 bid, a bit of 5, now 600. You're going to bid now 700, now 800, now 9. 8 and a bid now 9, but I got it over here 9, now $1,000 bill. I'm bid now 10, but 10, here we go, $1,000 bill, but 9, now 1,000, now 11. 1,100, now 12. 12 and a bid now, type a bit of 12, 13, 14. That's fine. I got 14. Put you at 15. You got to be 16. 15's right there. 16. 16, 17. You're on your own. 17, 18, 19. Now 2. Now tape a bit of the $2 grand where? $2 grand 21. 21 on a bit now. 21, 22. 22 on a bit now. Tape a bit of the 22. 23. 23. 24. 23, 24. I would do this. We're at 2,300 right out here. Is that right? Now, I don't know how many bidders we had here. I know one's over there and I know one's over there. If anybody wants to participate and partner and give more money, we can do that. But I've got 2,300 right there, 2,400 where? Only 300 bid now, 24. Here we go. 24, you know, all done, all in, all done. Here we go. So right down there, $2,300 bill. Right down there, 2,300, and thank you. Who shall have it?
Schenkel Farms Incorporated.
All right.